Today we got two of the most powerful characters in all of comics going head to head. The Beyonder versus Cosmic Armor Superman. Who wins? Let's find out. Now, the Beyonder is an immensely powerful, extra-dimensional entity of disputed origin, virtually omnipotent in his realm. The Beyonder is striven on occasion with mankind's greatest savior and enemy in his quest to understand human nature. Now, just for clarity's sake here, we'll be using the pre-retcon version of the Beyonder, the classic guy from the Secret Wars, who was at the absolute height of his powers. As a result of being the entity of a dimension of far more scope than our own multiverse, the Beyonder is more powerful than all the rest of reality. It was even said that it millions of times more power than all the power in our multiverse combined. He essentially has the power to achieve whatever he pleased. The Beyonder erased the very concept of death, destroyed multiple galaxies, and defeated powerful beings like Galactus and a group of Celestials with absolute ease. He was going to erase the multiverse entirely, and also the power to recreate the same things that he erased. When the Beyonder removed a large portion of his power and put it in a cup to kill death, he still had more power than the combined cosmic entities of our multiverse. Then when Mephisto created the Beyonder's Bane, using an extension of the Beyonder's power, plus all the power in our multiverse, Mephisto still wasn't sure that it was really enough to destroy him. Then, during the Beyonder's Battle of Molecule Man, the battle affected every being on every planet and every dimension. With a simple wave of his hand, he shattered a dome the Molecule Man had created to endure multiversal destruction. Then, easily started to blast a Molecule Man that could have destroyed several billion dimensions. Beyonder's power is omnipotent. However, there were several situations when there was a chance that something or someone could have defeated him. For instance, when the Beyonder was drunk, he said that Doctor Strange could have trapped him in an alternate dimension and kept him inebriated. He said that Phoenix almost had a chance to defeat him, even though this was after the Beyonder amped her power. And one time, the Beyonder wanted to die. It was going to let the thing kill him by intentionally not healing himself. Then, in the other corner of Cosmic Armor Superman, rocketed to Earth as an infant from the doomed planet Krypton, Kal-El was adopted by the loving Kent family and raised in America's heartland as Clark Kent. Using his immense solar-fueled powers, he became Superman to defend mankind against all manner of threats while championing truth, justice, and the American way. So, who is Cosmic Armor Superman, and how does he differ from the normal version of Superman? So, during Final Crisis, the Superman of 5 different universes were called upon to fight against the evil Dark Monitor Mandrake. During the group's trip to Limbo, they were attacked and betrayed by Ultraman, which ended up with Superman and Ultraman merging into a single consciousness. After a massive explosion, the single mind woke up from the body of an enormous suit of armor built by the Monitors, the Thought robot. Luckily, Superman's will was greater than Ultraman's, and he became the dominant mind in this new form. Cosmic Armor Superman is basically the very embodiment of the high concept of Superman itself, and was able to battle against the Dark Monitor, with the fate of the entire DC multiverse hanging in the balance. So, Cosmic Armor Superman is actually kind of a strange character, especially in relation to the normal Clark that we know. For starters, he has a cosmic sense, and says that he can actually feel the narrative progressing around him, can hear the readers breathing, feel them grabbing the pages of the comics, and even tries to reach out and touch the reader. He's on a higher plane of existence than pretty much the rest of the multiverse. And this allows him to perceive Limbo from the outside and perceive the true nature of the monitors. He's durable enough to withstand eye blasts from Mandrake, and actually injured Mandrake with his own heat vision. In fact, it seems like Cosmic Armor Superman actually embodies the Superman archetype itself. He's literally as strong as he needs to be, simply because he's Superman, and he has to save the day. Only Superman inside the Thought robot was capable of defeating Mandrake, since he was the only one throughout the entire multiverse to have a better story. He's the true personification of justice and the modern hero. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, this is a ridiculously tough matchup, just because of how powerful each of these characters are. I mean, they're both easily two of the most powerful guys in their respective universes. So, like always when we're talking about people on this level, there's just one question they need to answer. Who is more powerful? It's really that simple. Doesn't make it any easier though. So I think a good starting place for this breakdown is just going over a refresher of what each character has done. Now the Beyonder is kinda ridiculously overpowered. I mean, when he first appeared, the saying in Marvel was that Marvel had two gods, the one above all and the Beyonder. That's how powerful he is. He's able to easily beat Celestials, destroy entire galaxies, and Galactus is less than a fly compared to the might of the Beyonder. And that just on the low end. He's bigger and more powerful than the whole multiverse. He's caused multiversal-wide destruction just because he was feeling angry, destroyed parallel dimensions just by standing there, and he went on to erase 1,000 alien races and their homeworlds for a little shrug. The Beyonder is millions of times more powerful than the combined power of the multiverse, including the Living Tribunal and Eternity. Even the mightiest beings are like microbes to him. With a fraction of his power, he was able to erase the concept of death across all the multiverse. In his own realm, the Beyonder constitutes everything, so that the realm would be completely empty without him. He's the one and the many, the nothing and the all, with no beginning or end. When Dr. Doom and Dazzler had some of his power, they had power that was thousands of times greater than the combined energy of existence, and could have destroyed all of reality. And then in this fight with Molecule Man, he was able to engage in a multiversal battle which affected every single creature in the multiverse. He was able to take attacks that should have destroyed several billion dimensions like they were nothing, and unleash a death blow that killed everything in his path, reaching all the way to infinity. Talk about true power. And then, on the other hand, we've got Cosmic Armor Superman, also known as the Thought Robot. Now, this version of Superman is kinda a weird character and concept to grasp, just because of how meta he is. I mean, he stated that he can actually feel the narrative of the story progressing around him. He can hear the reader's breathing, can feel the reader grabbing the pages of the comic, and he even actually tried to reach out and touch the reader. He's also the ultimate embodiment of a hero. His greatest ability is that he is the literal Superman archetype itself. Fans have sometimes said that it feels like Clark has no real limit to his strength. He's just as strong as he needs to be in any particular version, in any particular situation. Well, for this version of the character, that's true. Cosmic Armor Superman literally is as strong as he needs to be, because he's Superman, and he has to save the day. Cosmic Armor Superman then went on to use his power to beat Mandrake, using his heat vision to blast through the character, injecting enough force to create light visible from miles away and crumble the very universe that they're walking upon. So just who is this Mandrak guy, otherwise known as Dax Nova? Well, glad you asked. He is the first concept created by the Overmonitor, who's tasked with investigating the flow in the Overmonitor, which turned out to be the DC Comics multiverse. He only became Mandrak after being corrupted by the emotions and stories he discovered inside of DC. He then went on to beat the Spectre and the Radiant at the same time, was larger than the multiverse itself, and had the combined power of 52 universes, which was the whole multiverse during the Final Crisis. In Cosmic Armor, Superman beat him. On top of that, the Thought Robot is capable of instantly adapting to counter any future threat, as his job is to protect all existence against the ultimate enemy. But that's kind of the catch here, and it leads us to two different conclusions, and it all depends on how we view Cosmic Armor Superman. The Thought Robot was designed to battle against one enemy, the ultimate enemy, Mandrak. In theory, this might mean that the Thought Robot might not even be able to battle against the Beyonder, because that's not what he was designed to do. And if we just ignore the technicality, and we look at what Cosmic Armor Superman did in this fight, replacing Mandrak with the Beyonder, well, the Beyonder is much more powerful. Mandrak fired power equivalent to the blood of 52 universes and the heat of 10 billion suns. That's dwarfed by the kind of blast that the Beyonder was firing. Superman hit with enough power to crumble the universe. That's dwarfed by the kind of attacks that the Beyonder took without a scratch. The Beyonder is just too powerful here. But there's a second way we can look, and that's by taking a look at how Cosmic Armor Superman was designed to be, a meta character. He's as strong as he needs to be. He's as powerful as the story demands. He can do anything and everything required of him to win the fight. Because he's Superman. He's the hero, and the hero always has to win. Cosmic Armor Superman exists purely to serve the narrative of the story, and it's all based upon our beliefs and ideas of him, the readers, the creators, and even people passing knowledge of him. The Thought Robot is how we view Superman, his story, and his role in our culture. He is deeply connected to us, and this is evidenced by the fact that he can hear and sense the reader. He is supposed to be viewed as existing on a level beyond that of normal literary characters, like the Beyonder. I mean, for all of his power, he is still a character in a story, with defined limits and capabilities. The Thought Robot isn't supposed to have those. So there's two ways we can view this fight, and it's up to you how you want to see this one. I'm more inclined to favor the meta-narrative angle and give the victory to Cosmic Armor Superman. But at the same time, if you take away the quote-unquote meta-ness of the story and the character, the Beyonder wins, just because he's shown he's a lot more powerful. So I understand if you believe the Beyonder wins. But personally, I think being meta is intrinsic to the character of Cosmic Armor Superman, and so I would say he would win. But what do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button for more videos just one every single day, and I'll see you next time.